Hello and welcome back. And till now, whatever we have studied in feature engineering, one thing is very sure that when you are dealing with the categorical variables, then you are going to create new feature columns in the data set, right? So if you create number of new feature columns, then in the data set, it will be really difficult for the machine learning model to make easy references, and it will become complex over the time if you add more number of features, additional features, just to tackle the categorical variables. Since we can have the categorical variables, we must have to deal with them, so we are discussing about the different methods of dealing with the categorical variables. So now if we have to discuss, if we have to deal with the categorical variables, then one of the methods is uh, known as category merging, right? So in case of category merging, I have taken this example. Suppose there are different product IDs that you can see. Product ID 1 for electronics, then for gadgets, then appliances, then mobile phones, then laptop and television. If you see these are the different categories. You can see that these are different values, electronics, gadgets. None of them are getting repeated, right? But there is one thing, like if you have these many categories and if you go um, with the one hot encoding, then you can see that you will create six new columns, right? Because you will create 6 by 6 identity matrix. And if you go by your binary encoding, then in that case, you will be able to take at least three extra columns, right? Because using the 3 bits, you will be able to represent the values between 1 to 6, okay? Or you can say like from 0 to 5, because you just have to assign a single value to each of the category, which will be a binary value, right? So if we are going to do that, those things, then in that case, still we are getting number of categories, right? Number of new features. Although your binary encoding reduces it a lot when you have number of categories which could be represented in the form of the uh, in the form of the binary variables, binary values, right? But here, if you see these categories, there is a special thing here. You can see that if you see like mobile phones, laptops, and televisions, you can easily combine them into a single category, and that category can be electronics, right? You can add one category with name electronics, and rather than having all these like electronics and then laptop and television into different categories, you can consider that as a single category like electronic items. This will reduce the number of categories and simplifies the analysis. So if you put like mobile phones, laptop, and television into one category, then you are considering all these three as single, right? So what will happen? One, two, three, rather than six, now you have only three, right? So if you are going with the binary encoding, then you will only take 2 bits to represent these extra features, right? So two new columns will be created. And if you are going with the one hot encoding, then in that case, you are going to create three extra columns because 3 by 3 identity matrix will be needed. Okay. So this kind of encoding is known as the category merging encoding, right? So why we need to merge the categories? We have whenever we have to handle the imbalanced data, right? First option is this. First case is this, right? When you have to handle the imbalanced data. So if some categories have very few data points, merging them with the similar categories can balance the data set. That you can remember. These are the important points that you must need to remember if you are going to appear into some interview for the data engineering or data science and feature engineering kind of questions wherever they are asked. So the second one is improve model performance. So how you improve the model performance? Reducing the number of categories can prevent overfitting and improve model generalization. This is very obvious. We have studied it a lot many times, like whatever categories, categorical variable handling we have studied, we have seen that these are the benefits of doing the benefits of having the less number of categories. Okay, so then simplify analysis. Obviously, if you are going to if you are going to merge the different categories and if you are going to reduce the number of categories, then in that case, obviously the new feature columns will be created in less numbers, right? So this was the example that I given to you, and now let us see when we merge the categories, right? How you decide based on your analysis of the data that you have to merge the categories when you will decide it. So the first thing is like similarity, right? Categories that are very similar in terms of their characteristics or behavior can be merged. Here it is. The example was for this only, similarity. Then we have other condition like low frequency. So wherever the categories have very few data points, right? If some category, like suppose there were in this category, suppose there were lot many laptops, lot many televisions, but there were only one or two gadgets entries, then obviously these add gadgets can be combined with any other thing. Like this laptop can also be considered as a gadget, or the gadget can be considered as an electronic item as well, right? So in that condition, like wherever some of the categories have lower frequency, have few data points, right? These are the categories. Laptop is a category, mobile phones is a category, and category is the name of the feature, right? So this category can be named as the item types or something like that, right? So here it has given only category, so no worries. You are able to understand the intent here. So the last one is the domain knowledge, right? This is the most important thing, domain expertise. So you can use your domain expertise, your domain knowledge to identify which are the categories which can be combined together. Just like here, we have the domain knowledge about the electronic items. We have the domain understanding of the electronic items. That is why we were able to combine like mobile phones, laptops, and televisions into a single category, right? So these are the different conditions which are useful while you are considering the category merging. But yeah, you cannot always do the category merging. When you should not do the category merging, let us understand that. So this one is the caution, when you should not use it. So why you should not use it, and what condition should prevent you to use number of categories in to merge into one single category. So merging too many categories can lead to loss of information. Obviously, this is very much obvious here. So if you have very less data point, then it is okay. But if you have something like there are many data points, like the low frequency is not there, low frequency case for any of the categories is not there, then in that case you should avoid this thing, because that may result into the loss of information. It's important to balance the benefits of merging with the potential drawbacks. Here you go. So this is the only thing that you need to remember. And the second one is kind of preaching. Like it's important to balance the benefit of merging with the potential drawbacks, right? So by carefully merging categories, you can improve the quality and efficiency of your data analysis and machine learning models. So in the next video, we are going to see a sample code. I hope you must have understood this. And if no, then you can put me the message in the comment section. So with this, I would like to say have a nice day and bye bye. Thank you.